I'm totally sold on Riverdale. If you're a fan, help me in the comment section below convince this guy that this show is awesome.
And I don't care for it because I'm a grown-up.
Woohoo! Yippee!
That's Tyler.
That's Joseph,
This is Super Squad D.
where the D stands for debate.
So many of you in comments and in messages to us have said, no, stick with it. The murder mystery is actually quite interesting. So we gave it another shot. And Tyler's fully on board. And I'm still just kind of not. But here we are.
I love this show. I am 100% in on this show. It's got some flaws, but come on. This show is this generation's Veronica Mars. Calling it now. Totally this generation's Veronica Mars.
That's a comparison I can get behind. It still doesn't mean that I like teen drama as a genre.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
I'll admit that. I'm in recovery. And we're not trying to be mean. We're just reviewing a show. If you like the show, that's great. More power to you. We're not upset with you over that. So everyone just take a deep breath. Let's enjoy.
He's trying to be mean. I love the show. He's trying to be mean.
I hate you all.
So episode 2 picks up right away, and off the bat, the thing I love the most is there's no expository dialogue. We don't need to understand anything about any character's backstory, and that in and of itself is leaps and bounds better than the first episode.
Yeah, it's like 100 times better, for sure. I'll get behind that.
So episode 2 picks up, and Archie trying to mend fences with his BFF, Betty.
Are you up? Are you up? Texting, sending them text, are you up?
He needed to know, was she up? Veronica also trying to mend fences with Betty. She goes to great lengths, spa day, all kinds of fun stuff, fun goodies for her buddy Betty. I like that they're best friends right off the bat.
It's at this moment that we're introduced to just how terrible Betty's mom is. Because for the first of what seems like a million times, she decides to say, I don't want you associating with Veronica or Cheryl or Archie.
Yeah, her mom's the worst.
And she's going to say that like 50 more times in this episode alone.
But the good news is, in a future episode, she gets punched!
While saying, I don't want you to associate with...
One of the things I really liked about this episode is that the beef between Betty and Veronica gets resolved by the end, and that was really nice. I was a little bit concerned. I thought maybe they were going to try to drag this drama out. But no, boom, they're back to best friends by the end.
And that's one of the things I hated about this episode, because it starts off and Betty's like, you know what? I think I should make amends with these people. And all it takes is Archie strumming the 3 chords on a guitar that he knows and moaning about something in a song for her to instantly go, no, never mind, I can't forgive you ever for what you did. And she doesn't even know what they did.
Betty had her heart broken, okay? Have you ever had your heart broken? She had her heart broken, and she's sitting there with the guy who broke her heart. That's not something you get over in a day. A very accurate portrayal of somebody who clearly should not be around the person who just broke her heart.
No, it's an accurate portrayal of a teen drama stereotype.
So, Cheryl's kind of holding it together at this point, but you could tell in her eyes, man, something's not right in her. Something's not right about her because she seemed really confused when she saw Jason as he got shot. She gets real shook up when she sees him in the morgue, and you know, she knows more than she's letting on.
I do have to admit one thing, and I'm very embarrassed by this because I didn't pay much attention, I guess, in the opening credits of episode 1, but it took me like 15 minutes into episode 2 to realize Luke Perry, the king of teen drama, was playing Archie's dad.
Yeah, Luke Perry's awesome.
Mad respect to him. My mistake for not noticing. Love the beard.
Yeah, that's a good-looking beard. So we see more about Archie and Jughead's beef. They were supposed to go on a trip on July 4th weekend. Archie totally blew him off to be with Miss Grundy. And Jughead in this episode finds out that Archie and Miss Grundy are kind of together, and he puts the pieces together and knows, hey dude, you bailed on that trip like a loser friend to be with your teacher.
And this is where we do see the worst expository dialogue I think we've ever seen in the show. It creeps up slightly, and it's when Jughead says, and I quote, dude, I'm trying to be your friend here, even though we're not anymore. Like, Archie knows they aren't on good terms. Jughead doesn't have to remind him they're not on good terms. Probably the fact that his friend hasn't spoken to him in months is fresh on his mind.
Jughead just wanted to rub it in one last time. He's not happy about that. He's just rubbing it in, salt in the wound.
Yeah, rubbing it in to the audience. And this all points to something that I dislike about the show, is that I think that they've really messed up the Jughead character a little bit by making him just a really moody dude. When he was always supposed to be kind of goofy, sure, and a stereotype in that sort of way, but he was always uniquely his own person who didn't care.
I personally think it's a fantastic and fresh approach to Jughead and the Archie characters as a whole, bringing them up to date for a new generation. So in an effort to get back at Veronica for the time she spent in 7 Minutes in Heaven with Archie, Betty gives the spa day that was gifted to her to Cheryl, and Cheryl and her spend the whole day together. And you think Cheryl's all being nice, like, oh, maybe Cheryl's not so bad, maybe she's changed. But they go to Betty's house, and boy, does it go down.
This flip out brought to you by CoverGirl.
I'll give it to you, the product placement was a little heavy there.
Yeah, you think?
So they're putting makeup on, and Cheryl totally starts interrogating Betty, explaining that she thinks maybe Betty's sister kills her.
You waste no time jumping to that conclusion, by the way. There's not even 5 minutes of her pretending to be nice before she jumps into that.
Yeah, because her brother's dead. You gotta remember, what we find out is this is the first day she realized her brother actually dead. She thought he was alive. So here we get a glimpse at my favorite character in the show, Crazy Betty. And Crazy Betty she starts like grabbing her fist, and she says, "Get out, or I'll kill you." I believed her. I straight up believed her. I was like, dang, Cheryl, you got to go.
I mean, I guess it does explain why Betty flip-flops so quickly between I'm trying to forgive my friends and I suddenly hate all my friends.
She crazy, but so's her sister. Unless Betty is the sister. While all this is going on, Archie is dealing with this idea of going forward to the principal because he and Miss Grundy heard a gunshot while they were having their tryst the day that they think Jason died. So Archie goes to Miss Grundy and says, hey, we need to do the right thing and come forward, and Miss Grundy really reveals her true colors here. And I appreciated the fact that they were very heavy-handed to show that this relationship is not only wrong, Miss Grundy's incredibly manipulative. She tells Archie, if you do that, we won't be able to be together. She tells him, we'll both go to jail. That's actually not true. She'll go to jail because she's an adult and a teacher and he's a minor, but nothing would happen to Archie. But she's manipulating him to try to keep him from talking. So we really get to see here that the relationship is not glorified or romanticized at this point. They're actually making a big deal about how manipulative she is.
Until they reach episode 3, when it goes back to being a glorified, romanticized relationship again.
So there's this pep rally towards the end of the episode, and the football team runs out, and Cheryl sees Archie, who's wearing the number of Jason, and it's like, man, she has a breakdown.
Oh my gosh, they both have red hair. What? How did I not piece this together until now?
She has a breakdown. She runs off crying after being a total jerk to Betty.
For some reason, Veronica, who hates Cheryl, is the one to run after her to comfort her. And at this moment, we realize this is when it sunk in. Cheryl's brother's dead, and it's just now hitting her. Now this is where I do have to praise the episode, because Josie and the Pussycats show up. Again, I don't understand why they're worshipped as gods in the town of Riverdale, but okay.
Because they're super talented and awesome at music.
Did we worship local bands when we were in high school on that sort of level?
We didn't have bands that were as good as Josie and the Pussycats, obviously.
But Josie and the Pussycats perform an updated version of the old song, yes, Sugar Sugar. And I love this so much. I don't know if you're aware of this, Tyler, you're not, but Sugar Sugar, the original version, was performed by a band called The Archies. That's right, a fictional band from the original Archie cartoons wrote and recorded that song, and it became a #1 hit without people ever realizing that it was a cartoon band until it was too late. And the song went #1. So that's an obvious homage to the history of Archie, and that was really well done, and I did, in fact, love that part of the episode. The episode ends with Archie attempting to come clean, but getting cut off at the pass by the principal and the sheriff as they're on the way to the classroom. Once there, they say, we need to see Cheryl blossom, and Cheryl stands up and says, it's okay, they'll find out sooner or later that I'm lying.
He doesn't get it. Help me out in the comments below. Explain to him why this is awesome. Yippee!